This old soul still calls your name. This old heart still feels the pain. You walked away, but I remain, dancing with your ghost in the pouring rain. I woke up this morning with your memory on my mind. Reached across the pillow, but your love was hard to find. The room was cold and quiet, like a church after the rain, and every little shadow seemed to whisper out your name. I poured myself some coffee, watched the sunrise through the glass, thinking about the good days, wondering how they passed. We used to talk forever underneath that old porch light. Now I'm talking to myself in the middle of the night. I gave you all my laughter, I gave you all my tears, I gave you every promise I had carried through the years. But love can be a river that don't always reach the sea. Sometimes you lose somebody just to find who you should be. And I've been walking these streets alone, trying to make this broken heart my home. But every road I take somehow leads back to you. No matter how hard I try to make it through, this old soul still remembers every kiss and every goodbye. This old soul still hears you every time the wind goes by. I got years upon my shoulders and some scars I cannot hide. But if loving you was a mistake, I'd make that mistake one more time tonight. This old soul keeps on singing, even when the song gets low. This old heart keeps on beating, though it learned to let you go. Maybe time will heal the sorrow, maybe someday I'll be whole. But until that day comes knocking, I'm still carrying this old soul. I remember your blue dress and the perfume that you wore, the way you smiled at me when I met you at the door. You said, baby, don't you worry, I'm not going anywhere. I believe those words completely, because I saw forever there. We danced across the kitchen with the radio turned low. You laughed when I stepped on your feet, and I never let you go. Those were simple moments, but they meant the world to me. Funny how the smallest things become the hardest things to leave. Now the record keeps on turning, but the room is standing still, and I hear that old guitar playing something soft and real. Every note brings back a feeling that I thought I buried deep. Every chord reminds this old man of the promises we keep. But you found another highway, and I watched you drive away. I stood there in the driveway with nothing left to say. I wanted to run behind you, but pride held back my feet. So I watched the taillights disappear beyond the street. Ooh. kiss and every goodbye. This old soul still hears you every time the wind goes by. I've got years upon my shoulders and some scars I cannot hide. But if loving you was a mistake, I'd make that mistake one more time tonight. This old soul keeps on singing, even when the song gets low. This old heart keeps on beating, though it learned to let you go. Maybe time will heal the sorrow, maybe someday I'll be whole. But until that day comes knocking, I'm still carrying this old soul. I've learned a lot from losing, more than winning ever taught. Some battles leave you stronger, some are never meant to be fought. I learned that love ain't holding when somebody wants to fly. And sometimes saying I love you means knowing when goodbye is right. I've learned that lonely evenings don't last forever, and broken hearts can still put themselves together. I've learned that tears ain't weakness when a man has lived in love. They're just little pieces of the heart falling from above. So if you ever wonder if I still remember you, just listen to the old blues. When the midnight sky turns blue, you'll hear your name between the guitar and the rain. You'll hear the sound of somebody learning how to live with pain. And if you ever miss me when the world gets cold and dark, remember we once had something that left a permanent mark. I won't curse the days we had, I won't pretend they weren't real, because even broken love can teach a wounded heart to heal. Oh, I ain't angry anymore, I just miss what we were before. I don't need you to come back